And while most are here in a mad dash trying to get those last-minute gifts with less than 24 hours to Christmas, some are just here to hang out with family and friends.
And then the affirmation is, I am open and ready to receive angelic guidance.
I am open and ready to receive angelic guidance.
That a girl.
Perfect.
We got the chance to check out the planetarium at Mayo High School, and it was a lot of fun.
There was just so much going on. All the lights, we saw galaxies, planets, and we even learned about the winter constellations as well as all the others. We're just so small here.
Absolutely. There's a lot out there. Well, let's look up and check things out.
Now this has some history behind it. Every Friday the 13th, tattoo shops love to do these flash tattoos for a smaller price, usually to help lower income people get some new ink and also help the tattoo community get some income. Tonight is the Austin area's Chamber of Commerce event, which is business after hours, which they're just getting things started. And we have one of the coordinators of Paint the Town Pink event. We've got Danica Weichman over here with Bruiser Bear. How's it going, guys?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great.
The community of Spring Grove is rallying around the 11 people who lost their home in a downtown fire on Thursday. It also destroyed the town's hardware store. KTTC's Ashley Walker shows us how residents are stepping up and reaching out.
I guess when was the fire?
Fire was Thursday night.
Thursday, yeah. So since Thursday.
6 apartment units, 1 hardware store, burned down in a matter of hours, putting 11 residents out in the cold and leaving a hole in the middle of one small town.
Catch ourselves through this whole thing saying, well, I'll just run down and get a key made at the hardware store.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that. And now you realize how vital that business was.
True Value Hardware Store stood as an integral part of Spring Grove's local community, being the only one within miles. The store was located in the middle of Main Street, linking to the rest of the businesses downtown. When the fire couldn't be put out, Spring Grove's fire department had to make the tough call to pull the entire building down.
It was not an easy decision, but we couldn't put guys on the roof because it was already, the fire went through the roof in one section, so we knew the building wasn't safe. The roof was not safe anymore. No way to get to it. We had to make that decision to pull it down, and it wasn't an easy one.
While evacuated safely with no injuries, 6 families, composed of 11 people ranging from children to elderly adults, were left without their homes. Luckily, this community is known to lend a helping hand when tragedy strikes.
This is where small towns shine because they just embrace the community and they step up when we need the help. The generosity of complete strangers is just amazing.
Spring Grove's Chamber of Commerce worked to help the displaced families by putting out the call for donations, which started to flood in just hours later. Community members have opened their homes until long-term housing can be found. Town alumni and past residents fueled the online effort, and even a push for something special.
So we had 2 wonderful volunteers who shopped all day on Christmas Eve to make sure that the kids that were displaced had presents to open, and every single kid had a pile of gifts, which was just so amazing.
Ashley Walker, KTTC News.
That is amazing. The Spring Grove Chamber of Commerce, Trinity Lutheran Church, and the Merchants Bank locations in Spring Grove and Rushford are accepting donations for the people displaced by the fire.
We get a lot of mail shoppers in today. We call them MIP, Men in Panic.
Not enough time, got to run. Procrastination did not do many favors.
Last minute for mommy, because they've probably been busy, So now it's mommy's turn.
We are basically shopping last minute for our parents because they're so picky. We don't.
Whether it be for a spouse, parent, child, or friend, these shoppers have taken to the mall in order to complete their holiday shopping list.
It's amazing to see the amount of people that come up. A lot of families today, which is fun to see because they're taking their time, they're shopping around, they're looking for that last minute deal, things like that.
And while most are here in a mad dash trying to get those last-minute gifts with less than 24 hours to Christmas, some are just here to hang out with family and friends.
We are together, it doesn't matter where you are. But it's nice to be here and have like a snow experience with the guys like they never saw snow before. I mean, it's actually, it's more impressive in person than snow, but yeah. We've been reunited since like 4 years ago or 3 years ago, like all of us. And yeah, it's like a nice moment to be.
Hey, if you are looking for a crystal, a place to heal, or to get spiritual advice, A Beautiful Soul serves the Rochester community as the place to go. Our producer on this show, Ashley Walker, learned more about what services they offer over there and the energy behind the crystals.
I believe that miracles happen every day. I believe in the power of prayer. And I also believe that we can all heal ourselves.
Crystals, smudge, and a whole lot of love is what A Beautiful Soul boutique and healing center has to offer. Bryn McManus started A Beautiful Soul in March of 2015, but moved to Bandel Road in 2018. While people come from around the world to be healed at Mayo Clinic, Bryn offers a different, and she says just as important, kind of healing.
This place is, it's a healing center. It's a place where people can come to heal.
She says energy healing works in balance with medical providers to help correct disturbances, saying it can last for days, weeks, or even months at a time.
Sometimes we can kind of be like the port in the storm. You know, sometimes we have people come in that are just in tears, or, you know, just want a hug, or just don't know where else to go.
As she has grown in Rochester, so has her business, adding Dr. Huck Horvath to her team.
I offer readings. I offer spiritual mentoring.
Dr. Horvath joined A Beautiful Soul in 2018. In addition to psychic medium readings and spiritual mentoring, she also reads Akashic Records. Akashic Records are what's considered a giant universal library, where everything we've ever said, done, thought, or felt in every lifetime is recorded. Hawk describes it like looking through a book.
We have a lot of chapters in our lives. And when that lifetime ends, that book goes on the records shelf and remains there until we go in looking for it. So in a psychic medium reading, I'm reading you. In an Akashic Records reading, we're going in and we're getting information from the Lords of the Records and from your masters, teachers, and loved ones.
And one of the most popular features of A Beautiful Soul is run by manager and gem expert Trisha Bush, who told us everything we need to know about gems and the energy they carry. If I came in here as a beginner, where's the best place to start?
So yes, that's what happens often. Somebody comes in, they're like, I don't know where to begin. So typically I will go through some things with them, you know, their age, find out their horoscope, what it is that they're going through right now in their life, and what it is that they're wanting to maybe manifest for their future.
So does color have something specific to do with stones' meanings?
Yes, they do. So most colors represent the chakras. So there's the 7 chakras, starting at the crown, going to the root, and they're all colors. So the crown chakra, you could do like a clear quartz, the third eye like an amethyst, the throat is blue, the heart is green, the solar plexus would be like a citrine, something in a gold color, and then the root would be like a deep red, like a carnelian.
What would you recommend for somebody that is just coming in and saying, hey, I need something to lift me up?
So I would suggest self-love stones because I'm a big advocate for self-love right now. I think that the world needs more of it, and the source of happiness comes from within. So I would definitely choose like Mandango is a really great run. Of course, rose quartz.
So the rose quartz is a pretty big one that a lot of people are fascinated with. Why?
Yeah. Well, I think it's just because everybody's heard of rose quartz and amethyst. It's kind of like the two of the main top stones, you know, but rose quartz is great for self-love and self-confidence. And most often with stones, it's best to wear them or utilize.
I was just going to ask, what is the best way to get the most energy you can from a stone?
Wearing them by far, or having them near your skin. So that's typically what we recommend for sure. But then another important aspect to stones, especially investing in them, is taking care of them. Smudging them, using selenite, if I can show you that.
Let's go to the selenite. Let's check it out, the recharging station over here.
Yes. So we have different options. We have the this, and then the plate. So every time you come home at night, you want to take off your bracelets and then just put them into the bowl. And then when you go to the next morning, they should be ready and fully charged for you to wear again.
Do you have to recharge selenite at all?
Selenite does not have to be recharged. It's a mineral. And it's actually interesting with selenite. Selenite actually collects toxins and negative energy, and the mineral will actually start discoloring from picking up the toxins. And then the affirmation is, I am open and ready to receive angelic guidance.
I am open and ready to receive angelic guidance.
That a girl.
Perfect.